In today's video, I'm going to be giving you the ultimate step-by-step guide that you need to follow when relocating to a different state. This is for any situation and any state. And although that every single step is crucial to take, there's two in particular that you need to make a top priority. What's up guys, Anthony Esposito with eXp Realty, your local real estate expert right here in the Cleveland, Ohio area. If you would like a free relocation guide checklist, be sure to drop a comment below and I will gladly get that over to you. If you need help with buying, selling, relocating, investing of any kind, go in the description below, click on my calendar link, book a call with me. I'd love to chat and see how I could further help you. And also, if you're new to my channel, click subscribe, turn notifications on. You're not going to want to miss the great content that I drop every single week. With that, let's get into the ultimate guide for relocating to a different state. So I'm going to kick it off with one of the two top priorities that I mentioned, and that is location. And let's face it, location is everything, guys. I always say location, location, location. And there's a reason for that. Now, do you want to have winter, like actual snow during the winter? Do you want sunshine year round? Are you one that wants to, have scenic views like the mountains, for instance? That all plays into a factor of what you're looking for. Like me in Ohio, we have all four seasons and we get it good, especially, winter, spring's raining, summer, we get the heat, all the fun stuff around. You may not want that. And I get it. It may be work related where you can't choose your state, but you could still choose your city. So you do a deep research, figure out what city is going to actually suit your style, suit your vibe. And one of the best things that you can do, if you can afford it and you have time, is travel to that area, go see it for yourself, explore it with your own eyes, talk to some of the locals, get, their feelings on the area. If you can't do that, then the next best thing is family, friends, or if it's work related, contact a colleague, ask them over the phone about the city, get all the details on it. I'm talking the good, the bad, the ugly. And lastly, go on social media. This one, definitely tie it in with one of the other two. You can get on Facebook. That's probably going to be your best bet because you can go into groups and you can search the city itself. You can find all the Facebook groups that are out there. Ask to join one of them because pretty much all of them are private anymore. And just ask your questions. Find out what is great about the city, what is bad about the city. I guarantee on those Facebook groups, they're going to tell you. You're going to find people that have lived in the city their whole life and they have nothing but bad stuff to say, yet they're still living there. And then you're going to find people that have nothing but great stuff to say and everything in between. So do your research, figure out the best location for you. So the next step on the list is going to be your budget. You're going to want to sit down and hammer out your budget. I'm talking you write down everything that you have, all your bills, all your groceries, your play money that you're spending on a monthly basis. Figure out what you have left at the end of each month. Once that's done, you're going to want to speak to a lender and get the actual amount. You want a pre-approval, not a pre-qualification. Get the pre-approval. You don't want to play the guessing game. You got to get that hard amount, find out exactly what you can afford because ultimately it's going to let you know where you can move to. So number 3 on the list is going to be the cost of living. So you have your location or locations set. You have your budget set with the pre-approval letter. Now it's time to look at the cost of living in those areas. And that is because every state, every city, every market is different from one another. You don't want to be living paycheck to paycheck. You want to be able to have like that play money, that fun spending money, living comfortably, and the cost of living is going to determine that. For instance, here in Ohio, we are roughly around 10% below the national average, whereas California is 38% above the national average. Florida is 2% above the national average. And then you got like places like Alabama is 12% below the national average. That all plays a factor into what you're going to have at the end of the day and how much home you can afford. Again, if you would like your very own free relocation guide checklist, drop a comment down below. I will gladly get that over to you. Now, the next few are going to be linked together, with the first step being whether or not you want to buy an existing home or if you want to build a new home. And with an existing home, keep in mind it's average 30-day close. You can close sooner than that depending on your type of loan, or if you're a cash buyer, you can take longer if needed to kind of line things up according to your timeline. However, the average is 30-day close. And keep in mind that inventory is still an issue in most, if not all, markets that are out there. So it may take a little bit longer to find that existing home that's going to suit your needs and one that you fall in love with. So consider maybe renting short term to move to your new location. And if you're going to build a brand new home, you got to factor in the timeline for those. It could be anywhere from 6 months plus. For instance, here in Ohio, chain builders are around 6 to 8 months start to finish, whereas custom builders are typically around a year. And if you are building a luxury home, for instance, that can take well over a year. I've personally worked on one that took 2.5 years to complete. So keep all that in mind, because that will play a factor into your timeline. So next up on the list is going to be the type of home, the amount of acreage you want, and everything in between. Now that you figured out whether you're going to buy an existing home or build a new home, it's time to hammer out all the details with the house itself and the property. Do you want to have acreage? Do you want to be in a development or a neighborhood? Do you need 3 beds? Do you need 4 beds? How big of a house do you need? Do you need something from 2,000 square feet, or do you need 6,000 square feet? Do you need a basement? You gotta lay down all your needs, all your wants, get them written down, figure out exactly what you want so you are prepared and ready to go. So next up is gonna be the timeline. When exactly are you gonna be making this move out of state? There's so much to get organized with a move like this. Is this work related where it's not up to you? And then in turn, it just speeds this process up and it is go time. You are doing this now, no questions asked. It's almost get your butt in gear and get a move on with this. Or is it a change of scenery where you could, take a leisure approach to this and kind of map everything out a little bit less chaotic than what it would be if you were moving to it being due to work? So that timeline is crucial, and it usually takes 4 to 8 weeks to get organized and make this move happen. So keep that on your forefront, that it's going to take that amount of time to do it. And with the inventory of how it is, it could take even longer. So if it's just for scenery change, plan accordingly. This could be like 6 to 12 months before you end up moving out of state. Whereas work related, I've seen it where it's, hey, we got to move there in 2 months, and it is crunch time now, and everything just speeds up like no other. So you got your location squared away, you got your budget figured out, you got the type of home that you're looking for, and you got your timeline squared away. Next on the list is going to be finding a local real estate agent to help you purchase this next home. Now, make sure you're comfortable with whoever you work with in any occasion. Doesn't matter what it is. You got to be comfortable with the agent representing you and trust them that they have your best interest and everything's going to go good. If you're not vibing with them, there's nothing wrong with that. There's plenty of great agents that are out there. Now, if you have family and friends in the area that you're going to be moving to, reach out to them, have them recommend somebody to you. I'm sure they've worked with somebody along the line. If not, drop a comment down below and let me know. I will gladly help you find one. I'm fortunate enough with being with EXP, we have over 90,000 agents worldwide, so I could definitely find an agent to help you. If you're moving to my area of Northeast Ohio, go in the description below, click on the calendar link and book a call with me. I'll see if I'm a good fit for you and see how I can further help you. If not, I will find another agent to help you if we don't, we're not vibing together. No hard feelings. It's okay. You need to be comfortable with this move. But find your local real estate agent, get everything squared away, and then we can move on to the next step, which is start packing. Ah, yes, the fun packing part. I'm sure you do not enjoy packing. I know I personally don't. Maybe you do. I cannot stand it. It's such a headache to pack things up. However, start the packing process and label, label, label. You want everything labeled because more than likely, relocating out of state, you're going to be hiring a moving company to help you out. And you want to have everything labeled so then when that truck arrives at your new home, you know exactly what is what, where it's going. I'm talking you could put kitchen on it and then write pots and pans, whatever, however you want to mark it. Just mark it for every room exactly what it is. The last thing you want to be doing is opening up boxes, not knowing what's in there and trying to figure things out, and it's just mass chaos. And a key tip for you, if there's any parts to any type of furniture or anything you may have to, disassemble for the move, put the parts in its own separate boxes. Label them, like put them in like a Ziploc bag or something and label exactly what it came from. And then have your tools packed nearby all the parts, whatever screwdrivers you may have or wrenches, whatever is needed. Because then when that stuff comes off the truck, you know exactly where the tools are, where the parts are, what they go to, and it just makes it so much easier to put your furniture back together and essentially get your house like officially moved in and just be done with it. The next few quick notes is going to be the second of the top priorities that I mentioned earlier. Do not skip this, guys. Do not procrastinate on this. I'm telling you, you are 100% guaranteed to regret every minute of this and just drive yourself nuts if you do not take action on this. And that is update your personal information, update your mailing address, get all your bills organized and ready to go. I'm talking call your insurance companies, for instance, let them know about the change. Make sure you are shutting off your current utilities and switching on your utilities at the new home. You do not want those to get shut off. I will tell you right now, it is a nightmare trying to get utilities turned back on. It's no fun. Make sure those are in sync and ready to go. Make sure you're canceling any type of memberships that you may have, like a gym membership, for instance. I've seen far too many people where they're paying money for subscriptions or, gym memberships, things of that sort, and they're not even using it anymore. So it's just a waste of money, and they don't realize it until the next month's cycle happens, and you're just out that money. You just, burnt money essentially. And I've seen bills going to collections because they didn't update one of their bills or multiples of their bills to the new address. So it just keeps getting sent back, but they don't know where you went to. So it ends up going to collections at that point, and that hits you on your credit. That's no good. And then make sure when you get to the state, you're registering your vehicle and updating your driver's license to the new state. Get everything in order. Get it organized. Do not procrastinate on this. I'm telling you, you're just going to regret it. It's no fun whatsoever. Again, if you want a relocation guide checklist, drop a comment down below. Let me know. I'll gladly get that over to you. If you need help with buying, selling, relocating, investing, go in the description below, click on my calendar link, book a call with me. I'd love to chat with you, see how I can further help you out. If you got anything from this video, smash the like button. It's greatly appreciated. Click subscribe, turn notifications on so you can stay on top of all my new videos I drop every single week. And with that, I'll catch you on the next one.